Here we go.
Here we go.
Well, I'm just not in my normal mood for the evening. So, I will give you this. I'll give you my transition, and that's going to be about the most I can give you. So, let's just go ahead. I ain't even into that right now.
I still don't even see this transition you've been talking about for the past couple of weeks.
It's pretty much the smoothest one in the game, but at the moment, I don't. Yeah. Anyway, what's going on, folks? It is the True Vapor Show number, 217. Vaping under attack by the government. Yes, it is a full on war, it appears. We're skipping buffets tonight. If you hate it, you're going to have to move on or whatever, but just not in the mood for buffets either. Folks, shit is getting more serious by every single day now. More states are hopping on with the present situation of what's going on. And the unfortunate state to take a hit today is where Mike Vapes is at, New York. Uh, it's devastating. I mean, yes, there was talks it was coming. Well, it's happened. So I got to be up front to say I'm not really even in a mood right now to do a show because my mind is kind of far gone with this. But I'm not giving up. I'm going to do this show. We're going to give you the information we can at the moment. But yes, I see that also. I didn't even know that until I was seeing that in chat a minute ago because I had a few other things going here. I see Ohio is next. State by state is jumping on board with this shit.
what do
All
you
the
call it?
Democratic states
Not
are.
Democratic states, no. All the red states on that map that shows the ones that got the most money from the master settlement agreement from Big Tobacco. They've been overspending.
Yeah, but a lot of these states are Democratic states too. I'm
Yeah,
not.
but
I'm not.
they need
Good.
it's the money.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the politics version, the side of things, but yes, Mike is correct on that, and it's. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. You know, we've all been getting prepared of what's coming in May. You know, everybody has been knowing about this. We've been getting prepared for it. But this other shit was like a fucking mad slap in the face of everything that's been going on in the past couple of weeks. And it all seems like it's an agenda bigger than shit because everything is just falling into place way too quick for plans that they seem to have with our community. And the shit is not looking good at all. So,
Shout out to Matthew from the Legion. That speech, holy shit!
Yeah,
very
man.
big shout.
That was so good. If you guys did not
Yes.
see that yet, you got to go over to the Legion channel
So,
on Facebook. It was good.
so Matthew with the Vaping Legion went and spoke at the New York, and a very, very motivational speech. And I was just telling these guys that as sick as this makes me feel, it even drives me harder to want to go to DC now and rally for this. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, what good's it going to do? That's not even in my mind. In my mind, I'm ready to go rally for this. I'm exactly what their site says. United Vapors Alliance. I mean, that's what we got to do is unite on this. Another person I'm going to give a big shout out to, I seen him on Grimm's feed a little bit, is Matt, Suck My Mod. I know we've been mentioning him. He's been going 90 to nothing himself on all this stuff. So, oh, yeah, Felix, a rally is needed. I wish there could be more of these. I would almost wish that everybody that is in this community could rally all over this country, even though it's just not possible to do. But, you know, it's come to a point to where you got to get up in people's faces and let them know what's going on. You got to have the media involved to see what we're saying, which we haven't got much on that point. But
I agree on that. Like I believe the whole social media thing we're doing and the telling the stories and all that, I think it does a lot of good, but I think it's only going to do so much. Like you actually need to physically get down there and start doing stuff like Matthew did today. I think if we had more of that, we might be recognized a little bit more.
yeah,
I think Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, I think it only goes so far.
yeah, we can only do what we can do on here, other than because most of the people that are watching this are pretty much our regular viewers that watch this. Even though I'm at a point where I'm trying to title these so newer people might see this, you know, even smokers that are curious about vaping might click on this video because they see this and then like, oh, okay, well then, you know, there is something to this more than what the media is trying to feed to me. I mean, it's always a hope. If you can reach out to a few by doing this, and we're going to keep on doing this, but it's like being in that fight, and you're in that fight with somebody that's much larger than you, and they just keep hitting them blows on you, and it's harder and harder to keep fighting back. You're not giving up, but man, it's hurting right now. So, oh, Mike, I know you're upset at this moment, but I'm going to go ahead and ask this question. I mean, what's your feelings about this New York deal? I mean, I know it just kind of, it's a lot to fucking stomach
disgusting.
right now. Yeah.
I wasn't even gonna come on the show tonight. I just wasn't in the mood. And on the last minute, I said to myself, you know what? I need to keep going.
Yeah.
You know?
It's hard,
Because
man.
I know by not being on a show, I'll just be sitting in my living room or
Yeah.
somewhere just fucking on my phone, retweeting or reposting something.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't know. It's fucked up.
It is. It's definitely
I
messed
feel
up.
bad. I feel bad for a lot of the vape shop owners. Man.
Yeah, because they've
All the
roughly.
vape shop owners, not a lot. All of the vape shop owners.
Yeah, because roughly, I believe what I've seen.
That's what I feel bad for. I feel bad for them, man. They have families. You know what
They're,
I'm saying? They have mortgages.
what is it? They've got 20 days to clear out their inventory of liquid now.
Yeah.
So
They can't survive. First of all the employees are getting fired. Let go. Actually, can't say fired. They're getting let go.
yeah,
They're gonna tell them go collect unemployment. Whoever I guess was on the books, whoever was getting cash, whatever. I don't know how that situation is, but a lot of people ain't gonna be able to pay their rent. People ain't gonna be able to pay their mortgages. Even some people might not even have money for food. Who knows? You know, it's a lot of jobs are gonna be lost over this. So fucked up.
a whole lot of them,
A
and
lot of suffering. You know, and a lot of people that depend on the shop. People that don't order online. You know, people that like that's what they forget it, man. It's fucked up. You guys know what I want to say.
and the politicians are just, they're fucking happy right now. They're fucking pigs waddling in mud right now. So, and as bad as I would just love to go on some cussing rant right now and just talk mad shit about all these politicians, it's not even fucking worth it, because the ones that are doing it know they're pieces of shit. So, but
I like the way the one doctor was trying to involve menthol with racism. That menthol shouldn't also get the fuck out of here. Dude, I'm fucking disgusted, bro. Disgusted.
It's the most idiotic reasoning that I've seen ever involved in this industry as what I've seen the past couple of weeks now. It's not even stupid anymore. It's just completely fucked up. So, but
And little do they know, this ain't gonna solve nothing.
no.
The kids are still gonna vape.
Yep.
They're still gonna vape because they're getting their Nick high from fucking 50 milligram Joule pod Nick salts. If these fucking idiots did their fucking research or talked to the people before jumping the gun to ban something, ah, God.
No.
I mean, are they thinking by banning flavors, it's pretty much just going to put vaping out of business to where they don't have to make it to ban it? I'm wondering if that's what they're thinking.
Dude, it's money, man.
Oh no, I know
Money.
that. I'm
That's
saying
what
though.
this is all an excuse. It's a scapegoat. They're using vaping it's a scapegoat, man. It's a scapegoat because they're losing so much fucking money from the money that they get from the master settlement agreement. The money each year is dropping.
No.
It's dropping on them.
So, you can very easily look at it like this. For the youngsters out there that you're so concerned with right now about vaping, yeah, you take it out of their hands, they're just going to pick up cigarettes. If that's what you want them to do, I guess you're about to get your wish. So, it's fucking ridiculous. Completely. Yes. Government criminals. Somebody said, did you watch the Harlan Institute testimony and mission? No, I have not. I have not really got to see much of anything today. Unfortunate thing about all this, I mean, the job I do, I don't have a whole lot of time to be able to look at things, but when I get a few moments to be able to check things, it's like, oh my God, this shit, you know, I can go a few hours with not being able to look at something, and when I finally get a chance to see shit, it's like more crap's going on, and it's like, this is just fucking unreal. So, I'm speechless right now. It's hard to compose to even do a show right now because I'm fucking speechless. So I'm just looking at chat right now. What did Patrick just say right there? Why aren't they taking taxes from vaping and supplementing MSA money? That makes anything that makes sense is not going to happen, of course. We're seeing that. And some of Kumo's remarks are just like fucking, they're stupid as hell. All right, I definitely will. I will check that.
Yeah, I feel like since we didn't give, I don't know, we didn't give them any money in the beginning. Like we just kept all the money for ourselves. That's how they felt threatened. Like this industry was going to take over tobacco industry, and that's when they were going to lose money. I don't know. Everyone has a different opinion about all this, but
you know what? I seen some numbers. Damn, I wish I could. I don't know if I can find that or not. I don't want to start looking and get knee deep into something. I don't even remember who posted it, but somebody posted some numbers that were at the meeting, I believe, that Matt and all them were at, the VTA meeting. And some of those numbers were astonishing that, involves vaping. And it looked like, hold on. See, now I'm going to say that. Now I've got to go in here and fucking look. I hope it's somewhere quick. If not, oh, shit.
Well, that's my point. Steve Thompson, he said, what good is hardware without juice?
That's exactly what it is. I mean,
So rather than ban vaping, they just ban flavors, and they automatically assume that the vape market is just going to crash on itself. Since there's no flavors, there's no juice, there's no customers, everything just crashes.
yeah, it's somewhere deep. There's too much going on. I can't find that. I'll have to do that on a different feed. But yeah, basically what it boils down to, no juice. I mean, you've got no product to run it. I mean, everything I've got sitting on my desk has to have juice put in it in order to work. And if I don't have the juice, it's a dead stick. I mean, it goes in the fucking trash. So
Like, it's only going to go so far, and
Yeah.
you know.
And my only other option is, which I will not do, but for a lot of people, their option is going to be, well, fuck it. I guess I'm going to the store to buy a pack of cigarettes. I'll just start doing that shit again. Myself, I'm not doing that.
Or they should now start buying their e-liquids online.
And we talked about that the other day. We said just but
Now the writing in the New York thing says nothing about online sales.
oh, okay.
This is only for retail outlets. That's it, not for online.
Thank you for the donation there, Dakota. They don't give a shit what kids do, and I just added the shit in there for you. That was fine. They want vaping to go away so they can see a increase in the MSA and tax revenue. I didn't even live in New York, and I'm livid. You're not the only one. You are not the only one by any means. There are people that don't even live in this country that are livid by that right there. So, yeah, it's a bad situation right now.
I'm curious to see what happens with online sales. I mean, I know you can still buy online, but
My gut's telling me that
that's going to stop too.
I mean, they've attacked this, but then it's going to be like, obviously somebody's going to bring it to the table. What about all these online vendors? And they're going to say, oh shit, well, let's go check into that. And the next thing you know, the shit is fucking, you're shit out of luck there too. So it is. Last thing I want to do is sit here and do some depressing show. I would love to be up-spirited right now and just, praising that everything is good. But man, it's fucking scary right now. Because where we thought Michigan was just kind of like doing their thing, now it's like the fucking fire is spreading.
If there's one thing I've learned about this is I never knew how powerful tobacco companies could be. Like, I never knew they were this powerful.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The thing that literally made me sick yesterday was watching the governor of California do his little press feed on all this shit. And it's like, are you fucking bullshitting me?
Saying vaping was safer.
It
was crazy.
It's like, oh my God, you fucking people. But too, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the statistics on governors, senators, anybody that smokes, vapes, doesn't do jack shit, but certainly the ones that have come up to the plate talking are the ones that don't do anything, and they don't give two fucks other than, having money put in their pockets and turning their fucking heads. So
completely agree with what Kevin says. They don't care about what we have to say. Money is all they care about, and we as people do not matter to our government. That's exactly. You could tell your story all fucking day long. You can tweet all day long. It's not going to change a fucking thing. That doesn't mean not do it.
No.
You need to do what you're doing, but honestly, like, they're going to do what they want to do. That's the way it's always been.
Money rules all.
Yep.
So, depending on what state you live in, and even regardless if online sales are available for you, I mean, you might really want to start playing scenarios out in your head. Hey, maybe I need to stock up a little bit more. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe it's not even juice. Maybe just in general, you better look at what you got and maybe decide, hey, I need to do this. I need to do that, you know. Thank you for the donation there, Charlie. Keep up the fight, guys. Call and tweet. We have to keep the pressure on. One day of us getting weak could have a drastic consequence. I fully agree with you there, Charlie. I fully agree. And it's hard to do a feed when you feel like you had your ass kind of, you know, where you've had a foot placed in your ass pretty much. But, you know.
That's a really good question from Stylin. Are any of the shops in New York going to sell flavoring separately from the bottles and just say and use non-flavored bottles? I don't know. You would think that a lot of these shops they have something, they're planning something. I mean, because it's always better to try a different strategy than just close it up. I mean, they got to still sell the juice they have on hand, but you never know. I mean, there's a lot of shit like with Illinois when they did the whole tax thing, they started selling 0 nic bottles and adding the nic afterwards. So there's ways to get around it.
Yeah.
We don't know if the shops are going to do that yet. I guess you got to wait and see if they have something planned.
Yeah. And it's no lie what anybody has said here. I mean, you still need to keep as vigilant as y'all have been doing now for the past week or so. Still keep making calls. Still keep keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you know, you still got to keep that circulating around. What is this? I wish I knew a little bit more what was going on with the Ohio situation. I keep seeing a few things. If anybody that lives in Ohio, do you have some information that you can leave in chat? I mean, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, the one shots. I know the one shots a nicotine. Like out here, we don't have one shots. They just have a bottle that they add at the counter. But people are wondering if they could do the same thing for flavors, which they probably could do. I don't know. I really don't know.
Also, I mean, and you see what's going on now with what's happening with the states. This is prime time right now that you need to contact your local officials and put that bug in their ear. Because more than likely it's in their ear already anyway of what the fuck's going on. But give them your side of things. I'm in Ohio. Gavin Dwayne said he was looking into banning flavors a few hours ago. Okay.
Yeah, I think Chicago is actually looking to ban flavors and vaping altogether, if I read correctly. I don't know, but Chicago always loves to take it up a notch. Just ban it all out completely.
Charlie said people can follow James Jarvis for Ohio. There's a rally planned 10/1/19 in Ohio. Okay. October 1st, 10 cent milliliter tax starts. Just heard that the governor's jumping on board for the ban.
A lot of people asking about New York shops. I know Mark just talked about doing flavor shots or whatever and stuff like that. None of that info is out yet, so we do not know. But from the wording within New York, it says flavored illiquid. So even if you have known the nicotine separate, it's still considered flavored. I'm not sure about what do you call it when you have the VG, PG separate. What's the flavor? Flavor shots, whatever you call it.
Flavor like the concentrates.
Concentrates. There you go. I'm not sure if if concentrates, you know, so that might be something that maybe vape shops do. It's yeah, we gotta wait for the wording.
Uh, James Jarvis. Ooh, let me back up a little bit. James Jarvis is the head of our Ohio VTA. He's in DC right now. He was streaming this morning. Okay. Thank you for the donation there, Dakota. Can New York e-liquid manufacturers sell to other states? I'd have to ask that to Mike. I don't even know if Mike knows that or not.
What's up?
I just had a question. Can New York e-liquid manufacturers sell to other states?
That I'm not 100% sure. We will be finding that out. Another thing is people are asking me about my website. My website's still going to be up. It's still going to be selling liquids. The writing is for retail stores, not for e-commerce sites. So we've looked into it. We've got the writing right here. We're looking into it right now. Remember something. It's illegal to sell inside the state as a retailer. So if you're an e-juice manufacturer in New York, it will be illegal for them, obviously, to sell it to someone in New York, but they could still sell it to out-of-state or to e-commerce sites or to out-of-state vape shops. I don't think there's an issue there. It's the whole issue with the New York thing is they made it to where New York retail have to pull the flavored liquids off the shelves in 2 weeks.
I didn't even think about that one right there. Rick Mahoney just says prohibition and cloud chemistry in New York. That's pretty much all I vape.
Yep.
I know a lot of people that are hardcore cloud chemists and prohibition. So, yeah, it's
Drip labs. I
Yep.
mean, bad drip. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh, there's a lot of illiquid that comes out of New York.
Yes, sir.
Even the one I saw, the Dem things, they're part of prohibition.
How long is this ban going to last?
It's 6 months or 90 days. I forgot.
I think
It's 90 days, but inside that 90 days, they could actually then do more damage.
See, and that's the thing. And this is not, I'm not getting on to that question there, but what I kind of feel is once this has happened, it's not getting changed back around. Just like people are saying with Michigan, well, it's only for such and such time. What I got a feeling is within that certain amount of time, they're going to have it to where they're not going to change it back.
Yeah.
So that's just my feeling. You can take that for what it's worth, but
Yeah, it's a 3-month ban. Now, in those 3 months, you never know what could happen. Even though for this not only goes for New York, this goes for Michigan, this goes for future states that are gonna be facing these same issues. You still got to call. Still got to call your governor
yeah,
every day. You got to call, write letters. You got to put the pressure on them, and try and maybe send them links. I don't know through Twitter. Put up links, tag them in links of the truth about vaping.
Joe.
Try and educate them, and you never know what could happen in 90 days. You know what? Maybe they might not. Maybe they might lift it.
Yeah.
Who knows? You don't know.
We don't know. I was giving you my gut feeling, so you can, like I said, take it for what it's worth. Joe brought up a perfect point. 90 days will put many shops out of business, though. Because a lot of these shops rely on juice sales. A lot of them do.
Yeah, they got 2 weeks to get rid of the liquids. So whatever they don't sell in those 2 weeks, they actually have to remove them out of the completely out the store. Because the way the I don't know how it works in other states, but in New York, I've dealt with the health department, so I know all about them. They basically come in. It's as if they have a search warrant. They could go through anything, any door, any cabinet, don't matter. You cannot stop them.
Yep.
They're gonna open up and they're gonna check. They will check the whole vape shop, and if they find e-liquid with flavors, even if it's the person working there, his own bottle, they'll probably get shut down, fined.
Who would have ever fucking thought this shit?
Fucking crazy, right? And I'll tell you something. I don't know how it is in other states, but New York's health department, oh my god, they're a bunch of fucking pricks. Woo!
Yeah.
It's like that shit in Michigan. If you get caught with, 4 bottles or more, you get up to 6 months in jail. That's fucking crazy.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
Going to jail for possessing e-liquid. You gotta be fucking nuts.
And see, this is what gets me, like on your statement like that right there. You will go to jail by that law because of what they've said. But you could be in the next state over doing the same goddamn thing and it's legal as all fuck.
Yep.
Another thing, I'll tell you how they jumped the gun on this. They should have actually try and look. They're imposing 20%. I think it's a 20% tax on vaping products. I'm not sure if it's just e-liquid or on everything vaping associated in New York. Now, by doing this ban, they can even how they gonna even get that 20%? They're fucking stupid. I don't get it.
Yep.
I don't know. It makes no fucking sense. Instead of going after the real issue, which is Juul. That's the real issue. Obviously, this all happened. The executive order they used, the cartridges, the vitamin E, whatever the fuck it is, because people don't like it when I say THC. Vitamin acetine, the E's, whatever the hell it's called. They use that excuse for the deaths, but then they know, okay, yeah, obviously, yeah, it's not because of that. It's for the kids.
Yep.
It's for the kids. The kids are all vaping fucking Juuls.
But
You're gonna punish everyone else?
and here's something else. Here's something else Joel just said. He says ST, same goes for weed. The difference there is weed is like alcohol. Weed can capacitate you. It can put you in a different state. I can vape all fucking day long and I keep a straight my mind is not altered by any means vaping.
Yep.
So
exactly.
That's kind of like, this makes no fucking sense. Thank you for the donation there, Zach. If crap hits the fan, come to Tennessee. I won't doubt that one right there. Tennessee's at this moment, Tennessee's pretty fucking safe, and I gotta say, because Dimitri is the biggest hand in that. But
yeah, you know what the funny part was when the Michigan thing happened. My VPro, the owner of my VPro, I had a talk with him, and he's like, "Mike, I'm thinking about moving my VPro out of this state." He's like, "I'm thinking about moving upstate New York." I told him, "You fucking crazy." I told him,
dude, do you?
This is before New York was even mentioned. None of that before all this happened. I told him, "You crazy? You do not want to come to New York." I told him, "Do you want to go somewhere?" I told him, "Move to Tennessee."
Could you imagine that? If he would have just moved out of Michigan that quick into New York, and then this shit just fucking hit.
Yeah, can you imagine if he didn't ask me, just said, "You know what? I'm gonna go with my plans. I'm gonna go to New York," and he goes and rents out a warehouse in New York and started the process, and this shit dropped on him. Fucking crazy.
The whole reason why kids use Juuls is because they get the high from the nicotine.
Exactly.
So banning flavors will do absolutely nothing.
That's another thing. I don't know, whatever. I ain't even getting into it.
And if you think we've seen a lot of underground shady e-liquid,
you ain't seen shit yet.
Yep, you ain't seen shit yet. They're going to be popping up like crazy.
Oh, I know. Thank you for the donation, Joe. He says, mint weed legal in one state, cross an invisible line legal. I got what you were saying there on that. But, to me, though, to be in one state and you've got the possibility of going to jail because you've got a certain amount of stuff where you could cross a fucking imaginary line, and then you can have a fucking 18-wheeler full of it, and the motherfucker ain't gonna say shit to you. You know, it just makes no goddamn sense. Yeah, it's... I don't know.
Yep. Adora will be top shelf soon. You are correct.
Exactly. Dave Mack said it, and I've heard the same thing too today. There should be a cap on nicotine. It should not be allowed anything over a certain milligram. Maybe 24 milligrams should be the highest.
Yeah, I heard Dimitri and Phil talking about that today. So
if you do that, because the way I say this, I don't know. I don't vape Nick salts on a regular. I don't vape them to get a Nick buzz. So I'm not sure. Can you get a Nick buzz off of a 24 milligram Nick salt?
I don't know. I couldn't answer it because
it seems like the Nick buzz is from 50 milligram Nick salts, right?
Apparently, yeah, because Juul is right at the 50 mark on their shit. And
if you get rid of the Nick buzz, the kids ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
But you know what's gonna happen then, right? Then the kids will go on the next thing that'll give them that buzz that they want.
Yeah. You know, even though hold on, Mark. I'm sorry. It just amazes me that back in the day when I was a kid smoking cigarettes, even though it was accepted, you know, grandfathered, whatever the fuck you want to call it, nobody was fucking fighting for my ass when I was smoking cigarettes as a kid. Nobody gave two goddamn fucks.
No.
But now all of a sudden, I got to care about a bunch of kids that are doing something that was not fucking made for them.
Yep. You know what? I'm also curious. I'm not sure if there's anyone in chat right now. What time is it now? We got UK peeps that are watching probably.
Yeah.
I want to know, in the United Kingdom, do they have the same issues we have here with the kids and their Juul Nick salt pods? Do we have that issue there? I want to see if anybody could answer that for me. I'm not sure. I've never heard anything, so I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't get the news from the UK.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know. I'm pretty sure there's going to be no issues there with that because they do have a limit. I think it's 20 milligram, right? For their Nick salts.
I think I just seen somebody say that a second ago. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the closed pod systems like Juul and all that type of shit, yeah.
There you go. Look. No, Reverend, I know he's in the UK. No issues. Josh says no. Dave, no. No, they don't have an issue. 20 milligram. They only go to 20 milligram.
Yeah.
All right. That's why if these fucking idiots would actually do some fucking research, you would see how you could stop the kids from vaping.
Yeah.
So this goes to show you it has nothing to do with the kids. You think these fuckers give two shits about the kids, what they're doing? They don't care. This all has to do with money, baby.
Thank you for the donation, Rick Carr. Juul was shut down after a few days in China. Hold on, let me read this other one. Then I got to go back up because I got something. Thank you for the donation there, Chris. Mike, when I tried 25 milligram Nick salt for the first time after using 3 milligram regularly, I did get a Nick high. Ban Nick salts altogether and cap at 24.
As you can see here, with a 20 milligram maximum for Nick salts, there ain't no issues.
Yeah.
Outside in the UK with that.
Unfortunately, I'm kind of like, and y'all know it, I'm all over the spectrum vaping. So even the higher nicks don't affect me, but somebody that doesn't smoke or really vape, if you get something, yeah, you're going to get a fucking head rush off of a Juul or some shit like that. Man. Oh, good old Kim. Kim from Denmark. She says, here in Denmark, it's max 18 milligrams. Some kids have no interest. Yeah, they're definitely not going to have an interest on that.
That solves the problem.
Hell, we're at 60 milligram pods. We're at 60 milligrams now.
Yes.
With the fucking Uno, they're doing 60. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck needs 60 milligrams?
It's It's pretty fucking strong in it.
I know, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like since I don't know, I sometimes I think since we weren't regulated, like certain companies and people just kept going and going and taking and just doing whatever they wanted to do because there were no laws or no limits with like labels and milligrams and everything else. And now it's like all slapping us in the face, like, oh shit.
Hold on, no. I'm going to answer this question. So it was asked, so why do you guys review 50 milligram pods? I'm going to tell you why I review vape products. Because they're made for adults. They are made for people that have been smoking cigarettes and are trying to get off of it. They are not made for fucking little kids trying to get a fucking buzz. All this shit is made for adults. But what we're trying to say is, instead of fucking the whole goddamn community, let's look at some resolutions to some of this shit. And yeah, maybe some of these closed pod systems need to come off the fucking market. Maybe they need to push down the fucking Nick salts that are going around. Yes, maybe they need to do that. These were not intended, though, for kids. They are intended for adults. I'm sorry. But it's just...
You're just probably getting trolled.
But I just... I mean, at the end of the day, this is what all this stuff is. Everything I've got sitting in this room, vape-wise, is for an adult. It's not for a kid at all. These were not made for kids. But, largely enough, because of kids, we're all going to have to fucking suffer for it.
I know there's a few kids over in Canada I'd love to thank right now because they were probably
Oh yeah.
With their vape session and everything else.
Yep. I mean, really, we're suffering for two things. We're suffering because kids want to fucking do this shit and it's basically fucking us up. And because we got greedy-ass fucking politicians that just can't get enough goddamn money in their fucking pockets. That's what it boils down to. These politicians don't give two goddamn fucks about your goddamn health.
Nope.
Thank you for the donation there, Dakota. Who enjoys a nicotine buzz? I sure don't. I don't get buzzed off this shit. I get a nicotine fix, but it's not a buzz.
I've gotten a buzz maybe once or twice throughout like my entire time reviewing products, and it wasn't pleasant, and it's not something I'd want to keep doing and continue doing all day long. Like it was, yeah, it's not my thing. But yeah, I had to really like inhale a lot of Nick salt in order to get it.
You know what I would get more of a buzz off of? Is like getting up in the morning real quick, running around doing something, and then fucking puff down that first cigarette. I get more of a buzz on something like that.
I've never gotten that buzz off of vaping.
No, that's what I'm getting at.
And I have vaped 50 milligram.
Yeah.
But I think it has more to do with, I think the buzz affects children more. Maybe because they're not fully developed. I'm not sure. Or they've never smoked before. Or they're not like a regular vapor. I'm not sure. But I've never experienced it, so I don't know.
But so that's what's happening right now. It's getting worse, folks. And
Adrian.
And whoever's got the answer for it, believe me, I don't know at this point in time. So
yes, PSY clowns. I love that. Vaping is technically better than smoking. So what?
I know when he fucking said that shit, I was like,
what the fuck?
Yeah.
He said something about like adults don't like Captain Crunch, but I do.
Yeah, but except for, it's like you're proving a point, you fucking idiot.
I know.
It's so obvious just from those statements. It's like he's saying, "Money, we want that tobacco money. That's why we're doing this." He's
It's like
throwing
someone
it in
should.
our faces with those two comments he made.
I know. I'm trying to breathe. I'm trying to breathe.
I feel like people were in the background saying, "Get him off the mic. He's fucking it up."
Really.
You ain't joking, huh?
But. All right.
Yeah, Geo. Yes, you do get a tolerance because I used to get that Nick buzz from my, not all the time, but it all depended on how long I went without a cigarette. You know, so let's say for example, I was to have my last cigarette at 6 p.m. Okay, and then I wake up the next day, I don't know, 11 in the morning, and I have a cigarette. I'm gonna have a nice Nick buzz off that first cigarette. So it has to do with how long you haven't had nicotine, I guess, ingested in you.
But I can go with long periods of time without vaping. And I mean, it's not that I've rarely done it. I've done it many of times where.
Right, which the vaping that we do non-Nick salt, you don't get a Nick buzz. I remember when I vaped, the first time I vaped, I was looking for that. Like, oh, I'm not getting that from this. I've never experienced it from vaping.
Which, you know, I still do salts, and I don't even get a buzz off those. So, I mean, needless to say, I've been vaping for 6 years and smoked a hell of a lot longer than that. But, you know.
I think it might be your tolerance to Nick salt. Like if you don't usually vape Nick salt, and if you vape a particular one, you'll experience a little bit of a buzz. And I've noticed it's only with certain Nick salts. It's not with all of them.
Yeah.
So there'd be certain pod systems that are like 50 milligrams that I'll vape, and I'll be totally fine. But then there'll be another one, and I'll vape it a few times, like, 3 or 4 times pretty quick, and I'll experience that little quick buzz off of it. So I think it really depends on your tolerance level.
Yeah.
You know, someone made a good point in chat that obviously with cigarettes you have the chemicals, and those chemicals are going to give you that buzz. And for example, with the Juul, let me just get the proper wording in here. With the Juul has benzo acid. I'm not sure if all Nick salts have that, but I think it's the benzo acid that's inside the Nick salts is what gives you that buzz.
There was another juice that I seen that had that in it. What was I looking at the other day?
Hold on. I see Giz off in here. Giz says, let's not ban anything. Prohibition is not the answer. And I guess I'm not trying to come off to say, hey, we need to ban it. But I would damn sure looking at a compromise so the whole community is not, in jeopardy because of one product.
I'll work with a compromise. Do like a 20 or 24 milligram, whatever, on Nick salts.
Yeah.
Make a cap on the amount of nicotine and try that out and see if that deters kids from doing it.
Yeah.
I'm even happy with regulating and taxing it. Why not? You tax everything else, tax it, regulate it, and then leave it alone. But
yeah,
I don't want to take it away completely.
I guess the term is getting knocked around so much ban because that's what the government wants to do that it rolls out of our mouth too. Mine is more of a compromise. So.
And nicotine is about as addictive as caffeine. I think I see a lot of people saying that nicotine is not addictive, and I think it's different for each person because I know for me, if I don't have a vape within an hour and a half, I get real crazy. So I don't know if that's because I'm addicted to nicotine or what the case may be, but I know some people can go hours without it, and then other people can only last about an hour, 2 hours, and they start getting crazy. So
I will say this: I am addicted to nicotine, but I am also a person that, and let's use travel for perfect example. For people that fly, stuff like that, there's a lot of times that you can go a lot of hours without being able to smoke a cigarette. Same way with vaping. You can travel, you can go a long period without vaping. I can handle that longer period without the vaping that I could the cigarette because I would be ready to rip and roar. Thank you for the donation there, Vaporous Vape. Why would the compromise with all the cards? Oh, well, I'm just making a statement. Obviously, they've got us. I mean, it's just, why don't you compromise?
Well, see, caffeine is different. I can go without coffee or soda for a few days, but nicotine, like if I'm on a plane, on a 2-hour plane ride, the minute I get off the plane, the minute I exit that little terminal, I'm standing right there, setting up my device, juicing up my tank, getting ready just to vape it the minute I get out. And sometimes I'll even vape in places where you probably shouldn't vape, but you know, it's just how it is.
I don't think it's really that we're addicted to nicotine. It's more that we have this issue.
The whole hand to mouth thing.
Yes, we are addicted to putting shit in our fucking mouth.
Yeah, it could be that too.
Oral fixation. What we all have is pacifier syndrome.
Yeah,
It's definitely a pacifier.
Yeah, it's not the nicotine. It's not the nicotine.
But you know what? When I first got into this and started doing it for a while, I used to hear, we would even sit in groups and talk, but you would hear people, oh, well, it's just that comfort of having something in your hand and, you know, it makes you feel better and, you know, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, no, I don't keep shit in my hand. But now I've come to realize, hell, I'm sitting here the whole time and, you know, it's not leaving my hand. So.
Did I go to bed with a mod on my nightstand? And Angela practically has a mod like in the bed with her when she's sleeping. That's how bad it is. So it probably is like a hand to mouth thing too.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Fidget. We love we're addicted to that. There are people that are vaping 0 milligram.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like the flavor and everything, but they're addicted to this.
Oh, yeah.
Like one of the things they always tell you when you try to quit smoking, chew on a straw.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, here we go. Chest hair. He said, here is the number for the Ohio governor. Blow him up. I'll even say the number out loud. 614-644-4357.
I'll do one even better. Inside the chat, I'm putting a link, even though you could get this off of Google, but there's a link there. All you got to do is grab your state, and all their info is in there. You get phone numbers, emails, everything. You can contact your governor.
There you go.
I suggest everyone, even if your state's not in danger, I would still contact them. Let them know. Let them know I'm here.
What did Marshall say? At Mark Fagan, that's the anticipation. And there was a study done in Israel. I'll post it in ST's group. Okay, definitely.
I sleep with my mod every night. It's sad. It's really
Now,
sad.
see, that's the difference with me. Like, when I'm done for the night and I shut all this down right here, this is where all this stays. I don't like go to bed with it. Because when I go to bed, I go to bed. I don't.
Yeah, same here. I don't bring no vape.
Yeah.
I never smoked cigarettes in bed.
No, I never smoked in bed.
Yeah, I'm like the opposite. Like if I go to bed, I don't have a mod. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll have to come in here to get my mod. And when I smoked, I always had an ashtray in my nightstand, my pack of cigarettes there. And
Well, actually, I am lying though. Years ago, you know, before I was married, I used to knock the boots in bed. I would have a cigarette. That's
fine.
But anyway, yeah, no smoking in bed,
Yeah.
no vaping.
There's two places I typically would do it in my home. It's in my office, or if I'm gonna go sit in the living room watch TV, I'll sit in there and vape. Other than that, I don't. When I go to bed, I go to bed. Where adults we should be able to enjoy a vape, a beer with all the flavors we want. Very true, but the way our government is, they don't want you being like that. Sam says, I sleep with mine. I have to vape when I wake up in the night to pee. Well, then you're in the same boat as Mark then.
Yep.
But even at that, like in the morning time when I get up now, it used to be I would get up and have to run outside to smoke a cigarette before I, did anything. But now, I get up in the morning, brush teeth, do all my stuff. I don't take my first vape till I'm hopping in my vehicle driving to work. So,
Oh wow. And my vape is like the first thing I do before coffee.
Oh, not me. I won't vape until I have a coffee in front of me in the morning.
all right, let's do this because we're still going to keep this alive on here. We got a few little goodies going for y'all. Mark, if you want to pull up a randomizer. Yeah, just all we can do now is just keep doing what we're doing. And after all these states get hit, we've I don't know, man. I got a feeling they're fixing to go. They're going to start trying to hit these online vendors too. But
yeah, I'm not trying to jinx anything, but I think it's safe to say that all the states are going to follow.
I don't know if all of them will, but man, I bet you there's going to be quite a few of them out there pretty soon. So I still got a feeling that there's going to be a few that are not going to join forces with this, but I don't think there's going to be many.
So I wonder if that's where all the vape shops are going to move to, like that one state.
That's where all the people that vape are going to move to.
Yeah.
Oh, those states will be booming then, and everybody else will be pissed. But anyway, all right.
Yeah, we should make our own country.
So tonight, with our special folks on here from Camelot and Brad's tonight, and I'm sitting here going to play it off like I remember what I'm doing, and I can't remember, so I got to look to be reminded. Wrong one. Let me see. So tonight with Camelot, we are doing.
See, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Oh my God. Where are my messages on that? Oh, okay. We're going to do the Camelot line tonight with Camelot. So, of course, you have to be a U.S. resident to get in on this. Mr. Mike Vapes, can I have a number, please?
7.
Here we go. Oh, we got a winner. Never seen this name before. It's first C Daddy H. C Daddy H. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Hold tight, and I'll tell you what you need to do now with Mr. Brad's Vapor. He is doing the D-Barrel mod from Smoke. So, Mr. Mike Vapes. What was you going to say?
You totally muted out when you were saying what you're going to...
Oh, it is. I'm sorry. It is going to be the D-Barrel mod from Smoke.
Oh, nice.
So, Mike Vapes, can I get one other number, sir?
100.
Damn, 100. Well, we should have that. We have close to 500 watching tonight.
100. We got a 101. We don't have a 100. We got a 101 again. Not a 100. We have a one. Oh my God. This is a first in the history of giveaways. You can't win both, but C Daddy H won again. That never happens.
Wow. Well,
Gotta re-randomize.
Yeah. Sorry, C Daddy. It doesn't work like that.
That has never happened.
He's probably...
We got a M-Dang. M-D-A-N-G. Congratulations.
All right. So what I need both of y'all to do is contact me at stvapes72@gmail.com. I need you to email me a photocopy of your ID with address, birth date, and all that good stuff, and we will get y'all handled. So, this is where we come to the end of the show and say, y'all keep doing what you're doing. That's all we got right now. That's all you can do is just keep doing what you're doing. Things are looking very nasty, but we can't throw our hands up. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. Also, I know I said it the other night, but I will say it again in case people weren't on that show to hear. The rally for DC is planned in November. There's not an exact date set yet for it, but I believe it's going to be coming soon. So, of course, we'll have all that information for y'all when we get our hands on it. Yeah, and just keep rolling along.
And the flyers will be done this week. I'll post them on Facebook everywhere, and you guys can print them out, and you can hand them out to your local shops or hand them out to people, or you could just throw them out the window and they could fly around everywhere. Do whatever you want with them, but yeah, you might not want to do that. But yeah, they'll be out this week on Facebook, and I'll have links everywhere where you can find them.
Good deal. All right, folks, as always, I appreciate y'all watching. We'll be back next week. We'll be back every week. We'll be back every week until maybe the government says, you know what, let's shut those YouTubers down. So, and then I'll just jump to my other channel and do it from there, and we'll be bandits on the internet, I guess, pretty soon. But anyway, don't forget, tomorrow night, never heard of them, Mr. Heavy Metal. Thursday night, the Vape team. And then Sunday night, we are back in your face again. Maybe we'll have Brian back. He should have came on the other night since his team lost anyway, but, you know, I don't know. That was just me saying that. But, all right, folks, y'all have a good one. We're out of here. I'll do it for you one more time because I know this is a big reason why y'all come, and I don't want to at least let you down on that. Smooth transition out with one click.
I don't see anything.
Mark, I tell you what, if you could figure this out on your show, you'd probably get double the viewers on there. But anyway.
I'll tell you what.
We are outie. Y'all have a good evening.
Bye.